It's not a surprise that a soft jerkbait is a top October lure. Well, today I want to show you underwater how a simple addition can make it go from sinking like this to a presentation like this. Well, why are soft jerkbaits so good right now? Bass all over are taking advantage of big schools of baitfish and trying to build up fat reserves for the cooler or even cold months that are coming. Young of the year prey is all over the place and quite vulnerable to hungry predators of all species, while having a soft jerkbait that falls straight down can be very effective. I want the option to present bass with a dying baitfish look where the lure glides forward as well. This is a dynamite 1-2 punch to help us as anglers dial in which is the more effective look on any given day. I will have one rod rigged with the traditional weightless soft jerkbait, either a 5/0 or a 3/0 wide gap hook. And as you can see with just the hook, it drops vertically on the initial entry to the water. And then as we twitch the lure back, it also drops straight down each time that it is paused. What we would call a traditional dying baitfish presentation mixed in with however you want to twitch or skip the lure back. Now, I also like to take a second rod with the same hook and then add a small nail weight right up here towards the nose. This simple addition gives the lure a totally different fall and gives us as anglers another option to present to those bass, especially on days when they are finicky. You can see on the initial dropper entry into the water that the lure glides and spirals down. And then when we twitch it back, each time that we stop the lure, it continues its glide forward. We can watch it both from the front as it comes towards us and then also from the side. And sometimes it glides quite a distance. As bass anglers, we know that the fall rate and how a lure falls is one important piece to the puzzle. And often it is the slightest tweaks or adjustments to a lure we are already using that takes it from doing okay on any given day to suddenly doing really well. Like I mentioned earlier, my favorite approach is to have both of these rigged up and keep alternating every so often to let the bass tell me which they prefer at that moment. I will start with the soft jerkbait that has no nail weight when I'm around things like docks or wood, since I want that lure to drop straight in there. And then if I'm working parallel, let's say to a weed line or other type of cover, I prefer to start with the gliding jerkbait to cover more horizontal area a little quicker. If you have tried this before, let me know how it worked for you. And hey, if you want to watch a video that talks about water clarity and what I feel is the ideal water clarity, why water movement, what creates these different levels of water clarity, go ahead and check this one out right here. And make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.